Hi, everyone. Welcome to the New Wave Youth Podcast. And this is Rachel, if you guys remember my voice. The New Wave Podcast focuses on the youth issues that are going on in today's society. And now, without further ado, I want to introduce to you guys my friends and my guests for today. So guests, please introduce yourself.
Vanessa.
And Chelsea.
Thank you for coming today. In today's discussion, we're going to be talking about social media pressure. Are you guys ready?
Let's go.
Okay.
Yep.
So, how do you feel? Do you feel like there's pressure when it comes to social media? Do you feel pressure within yourself when it comes to social media? I know for me, for example, I consume a lot of social media. Like I'm on Instagram, I'm on TikTok, I am on whatever other streams. I don't post, but like I see what is going on in people's lives. And sometimes when I see people going on vacations, buying cars, enjoying life, sometimes I just ask myself, what am I doing with my life? I need to get on this type of time. But let me know your take, Chelsea. How do you feel when it comes to social media? Do you feel pressured at all?
I think, so I usually go on social media cleanses because I'll realize I'll see myself getting very into it and watching, like you said, other people's posts and I think at this age for me, or even after even in college and after college, at this age right now, it definitely is a high sometimes. You're seeing your peers, at least for me, you have your Kylie Jenners, you have and obviously these are not people that should be role models at all to anybody, but these are the people that you're seeing in your your window. And she's 22 and is a billionaire.
Yeah,
23 and I'm 23 still living with my parents. I mean, I have a bachelor's. I have a bachelor's, but it's not the best of what I want to achieve in life. But I think and even just with those aspects as well, your physical, for me, my physical appearance, people being able to do all the contouring and everything they can to be, I guess, quote unquote, better versions of themselves. So for me at least, yeah, I've struggled with pressure from social media for sure.
Okay, I like the comment that you made about going on cleanses or taking a break from social media. I realize that that's very important. A lot of people post and say that, hey, I'm going to be away for a month or 2 months. I don't think anyone really cares, but it's good to know that you're taking your mental health.
But I don't even think you should even announce that.
A lot of people do. A lot of people do.
It's a social media cleanse. The fact that you even have to post, for me personally, I think that shows how much invested you are in it, to be I need to take a break, y'all, so I'm gonna see y'all in 2 months. No, just go and relax. All
right, Vanessa.
I feel quite the opposite. Okay. I think the only social media that I have is Snapchat, and even that I'm watching Daily Mail, or I'm watching cooking stuff, so I don't feel pressure from social media, even if I do see people that are wow, she's beautiful, or she has a nice body, or whatever. I feel it doesn't bother me only because I'm not interested in those things. I don't know how to wear makeup, and I'm not mad at it. So if someone could do it, I'm oh, that's good for them. Maybe one day I could learn, but to say that I'm pressured to be just like them, I don't necessarily feel it, because I personally choose not to have Instagram, Facebook, and all those other things, because I see what it does to people. They will spend hours on it, and I feel I will do the same. So I'm just don't even make an account. Like, don't bother, just focus on other things. But even though I don't have those things, I could spend all that time on like YouTube, and that's still something as well. Like, but instead of like making it into something that, oh my God, I want to be like her, or blah, blah, blah. It's more like I'm learning something more like that in the sense. So I think I might not specifically like how I look, and I know I have to work on that, but I'm not going to let these celebrities or these people who, you know, look like that, like, affect me.
Yeah.
I think based off of what you said, just a little clarity, you know. I think sometimes there's a level or like a bar in which, you know, social media pressure can be afflicting on people, you know, like when, you know, you have your average individual who of course wants some of these things in terms of what's it called, like whether quote unquote the person's like what their influence or what they're doing, whereas for you have like your individual who is like, you know, like a craze over the person and literally legit wants to be that person, you know, like basically for me personally, I don't at all want to be like any of these individuals in the sense of their replication of life, you know, but of course some of the achievements that they have made, you know, I would aspire to either of course reach more than that, you know, and kind of have a good setting. You know, obviously everyone has their own path and God has everyone's own path aligned. And that's sometimes what you have to remember, you know, and like keep on reminding yourself that obviously, what's it called? What's the word called? That everyone's path is different, basically.
Yep.
You know, God's timing is perfect and you just have to like stick onto that. Yeah.
So, Vanessa, you stated how like you may look on, I guess, a social media platform like Snapchat, and you might say like, oh, this person's like body looks nice, or this girl probably is doing something. So my question is, what is a conventional woman in today's society? What do you think a conventional woman is like in today's society?
That's a really good question, but also like it makes you think, because when you think of a conventional woman, you're thinking of someone who's successful, that looks so beautiful, that they have money, they could take care of themselves, like they don't need nobody but them, like they made it.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's what I think of, but also you gotta. Yeah, it's kind of hard. Like I feel like that's where my mind kind of goes. Like you just look good, you just feel good. You made it in life. Like that's what I think of when I think of conventional.
You're just that girl, I guess. Chelsea?
I think in our today's society, we've allowed the normalcy to be like, it's so grand now. Like, you can be the normal girl. Like back in the days, like your normal girl was someone who tended to the home and, you know, made sure that the house was in place and, you know, took care of their family. Whereas for today, you're seeing women becoming entrepreneurs. You're seeing women, you know, be influencers. You're seeing women obviously take root in like very high educational areas, STEM, you know, like engineering, tech, you know, technology and all that good stuff. So I think in today's society, we've branched out, you know, the normalcy of what normal used to be. We're now, we're baddies, you know, like baddies in every respectful way, you know, like, I look at all levels of normal, you know, as a conventional woman, you know, in your experience, you know, like, you know, obviously a lot of people know now, but you know, like you're going to school, you know, like you're going to school to be a pharmacist, like that's normal today. But before back then, like you had like one woman in those type of areas, you know, so I think we're really, our generation and just this time period is really pushing that bar of what a normal woman looks like.
That was a good answer. I just want to leave. I'm just curious. What do you believe that young adults should have a curfew when it comes to social media?
I don't know if curfew is the right word.
Okay. Would you like to word it a different way? Should they have like a time where they set off and say, at this time, no more?
What's that word that we use when like in the sense of almost like, I don't want to say time management, but almost like there's, how do you put it? Like there's always time for everything basically, or kind of like you cut according to, you know, your cloth basically. Like I don't even know how to say it. Like something along those lines where you know, like you as an individual should know respectfully how to manage or shape your social media to you. You know, like if you're a student, you understand, like, you know, you can't be on social media every 2 seconds. Yeah. That's not an option because you are a student. Or if you know that you have an issue with, because you can't even say curfew, because for me, right, like I work a 9 to 5. You wait, so you're trying to tell me after 5 o'clock I can't be on TikTok? No, like that's my free time. That's where I'm like, yes, like I want to, you know, enjoy it. But of course, where you're pushing it to now, you're off from 5 o'clock, you're home, and you're just TikToking till 2 o'clock a.m. That's an issue. Yeah. You know, so I think there's a way in which basically kind of cutting it to your style, you know, like cut it into your schedule some way, shape, or form, but obviously don't make it like your whole world.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Like, I think you just have to set a time where you're like, because social media, like if you're on it till 2 a.m, like if you're on it, sometimes that's what's preventing you from sleeping, like getting your full night's sleep, you know? So if you're able to know that, no, this is sleep time, shut it down. It's just like people, as soon as they wake up in the morning, they take their phones. What are they doing? On social media, like, you know, and instead of something simple, like the first thing you should do when you wake up is pray to God, right? So I definitely think that just setting your priorities straight, like, okay, like, okay, in the morning, like, if anything, don't check my phone. Do my devotion or something, bath, take a shower, blah, blah. In between your little breaks, like, especially we're, like, students, in between your breaks, like, don't be taking, like, an hour, 2-hour break, and you're like, because, like, you could be like, oh, I'm just going to take a break for 10 minutes, and then it's been, like, 2 hours, and you should have been studying. So just, like, I've seen people, like, put timers on their phone of when they should be on break, and then, you know, having a cleanse to, like, shutting it off sometimes, like, certain months. Like, I've met people who, like, go on a fast from social media. You know, like they will literally take a month off and not, like, you know. So I feel like make a set time where you're just like, I'm going to put my phone down and not look at this. So that depends on the person. Some people could literally be like, I don't care, I'm going to look at it all day, all night, you know, but that depends on you.
I think that's the word that I was looking for, prioritizing, you know, like you have to remember, like, young adults, like, it's not like, I can understand if you're putting like a curfew on, you know, preteens, kids, or young adults, like, you have curfew, but even that is like,
so it depends on you.
It depends on the individual.
Honestly, I just want to say that you just have to count the cost and just know yourself. If you know that you're gonna spend as many hours as you want, just know that, you know, you have to balance your life and make sure everything, you know, is prioritized, like everyone is saying here. Additionally, I would just say, like, honestly, if you can, take a break from social media, it's good. It may feel like scary at first, but trust me, when you realize that you can go out, enjoy your life, you know, not have to be scrolling and seeing what other people are doing, you're gonna be perfectly fine. You may even feel like, you know, I don't need to come back on, and, you know,
right.
That's also good. So, on that note, listeners, have you experienced pressure from social media, and what were some ways you've dealt with it? In today's society, what would you consider a conventional woman or a man? Do you believe that young adults should set their priorities straight, or even set a curfew or a cleanse from social media? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And until next time, have a blessed day. Bye-bye.